Welcome back to part 4 of this Codex Dark Ages review, where we'll be going through the Green Wing Elites, Fast Attack and Heavy Support, as well as the Detachment and Formation.
Veterans. I love veterans. They are...
It's just a man in a dress does it for you, isn't it?
It does. It does. Every Friday night.
Lenita.
Leanne.
Leanne, yeah, that's right. I think I know her.
Was it you that
We just added a whole new dimension to the channel here.
I just...
They're good. They're flexible.
When you break these guys down, my standard tactic is 10 of these, multi-melters, not multi-melters, sorry, that's cheating, combi melters.
No wonder you're so effective.
Drop pod, and you give 5 of them storm shields, or 4 of them storm shields if you're going to be proper min-maxi. You drop them, and then turn 1 drop them, and then you break them into 2 combat squads of 5, 2 with storm shields in on the front line if you've got heavy weapons, or on the back line if you're going to get hit with chaff. And then you just kill 2 vehicles and get your kill point. Get your first blood. It's frightening. It still is. Yes, it's a lot of points, and the argument is, are you ever going to get your points back? For what they kill and for what they get, and then the fire that goes on them, yes, because they buy time for the rest of your army. I love them.
A lot of games these days, though, especially with the whole Maelstrom of War missions and that, I think that the whole getting their points back thing, a lot of the time is a moot point.
Yeah, like...
Will they score you the points?
Yes.
That is the point.
Will they get you victory points? God, yes. They are a bonkers unit. Can Stern Guard do the same thing? Yes, but they can't take Storm Shields. And Storm Shields make a big difference, because it means that this unit doesn't necessarily get nuked by big blasts or by big stonky AP3 weaponry.
Plus, because they're also not arriving by deep strike. If they come by a pod, they can move 6 inches before the intercept hits them.
No.
Can they not?
No, yes.
Oh no, so yeah, they moved 6 inches, then the intercept.
Yeah, because the intercept happens at the end of the movement phase.
Yeah, so with things like a deep striking unit of Terminators, they're still in a happy little bunch.
Yeah.
So they get walloped with the old big fat template. This thing, they can just go, right, we're going to spread out.
Yeah.
And we're going to have storm shields.
Did I notice one difference? So the list entry is actually written correctly, other than the FAQ list that's in here. So that's a good start. They made up for that. Yeah, other than that, veterans
We like
good. Command squad.
Pretty similar to veterans.
Pretty similar to veterans. Would you ever upgrade to a...
Well, they're an elite choice now instead of a HQ as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you ever take them?
The command squads used to get taken in Dark Angels armies because they had some really seriously funky banners, which now just... they're not there, so...
You
a lot of the stuff that you can do with these, you can do with the veterans.
Oh, to be honest,
you can have a medic.
They're probably better.
It's probably just a slightly cheaper version that can do a lot of the same things.
But they cost the same points.
Why would you take... Sorry guys, so I didn't realise they were elite. Why would you ever take veterans anymore when you take a command squad?
Actually, because the command squads aren't now restricted to 1 per HQ choice.
No. Okay, so we've just noticed this. Veterans are pointless. Just take command squads, because you can give them apothecaries, and feel no pain is good.
All that just stuff we said about them being awesome.
Can they still have the combi weapon storm shields?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can take storm shields, 10 points a model. Veterans may take any items from the melee range and special weapons. They're better. You can give them all melters if you really want and have fun.
So the part where we said veterans were amazing, just reading their command squads.
Is the unit size the same?
You can't,
no,
you can
there we go.
Them. You can't
you only have
the
5.
There
we go, that's the reason. Veterans are still useful because you need to take 10 of them. There we go. Thank Christ for that. Okay, company squads. So basically what you do with a company squad is that if you don't have enough points for 10, you take a command squad and just make sure you upgrade 1 with an apothecary. Because the feel no pain will save your arse a lot with storm shields. Any more to add? Or are you done?
Not a lot. I mean, I never used to use either.
Yeah.
That much in the previous edition.
Not quite as much of a fan of the men in dresses.
I am. I think that is proper Dark Angels fluff, but I was never a fan of dropping them. My style of play doesn't seem to involve drop pods that often.
Yeah.
Which is should. I like them.
Drop pods are the best transport in the game.
Yeah.
Especially now Wave Serpent's got a nerf.
Yeah.
Dreadnoughts. They're the same. You can take them in threes.
They're not. They've got 4 attacks now.
They've got 4 attacks now.
Oh Christ, yeah. The attack got buff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they're actually a bit punchy in the face.
They're worth taking now, I think.
Yeah, because the points haven't changed. They're still 100 points for a standard dreadnought.
See now,
5 attacks on the charge.
The one thing I am upset about is I was hoping that they would put mortises in there because it was a Dark Angels dreadnought, and they never did, which is a bit upsetting. Because it still means you have to buy a bloody 45 or 50 quid Forge-World book to get them. Which is upsetting because I think mortises deserve to be in the Dark Angels book because we don't get any special dreadnoughts and we have got a special dreadnought and they don't give it to us. So.
Well, but it's not like the fact that you can't take them.
Yeah,
you can still take them.
Yeah,
It's just you need that other resource.
Yeah, but it would have been nice if it was in this book.
What would be nice is to turn up for a game of 40k with your box of models, which is quite chunky anyway, and not having to cart a book cart, because this is a fairly chunky tome. A Forge World Imperial Armour book
is massive.
Is apart from keeping a door shut or open, that's their other purpose. But you don't want to be carrying those things around. It's just they're a chunky bit of kit, and the rule book, if you haven't got the mini rule book, you're talking about a slab of books this bloody thick.
Would I take 25 points to upgrade to a Venerable Dreadnought?
Yes, because they're white. Which makes them horrible to paint, which means they must be cool.
No, I'll paint them as a piece of piss. Sprayed them white, ink and brown, done.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
I would do that, but I wouldn't stop there.
No, you would no, yeah, it's true. But that, to be honest, guys, that's how you do Deathwing if you want a quick and easy job. Spray them white, ink and brown, done. Maybe a bit of dry brush highlighting. If you're ever worried about how to do it, that's how you do it.
Auto cannons are new, aren't they?
No.
I didn't think our old dreadnoughts could have auto cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could
that's
have.
how the Mortis lineup is.
Yeah, but I mean in the old Codex, I didn't think they could have them.
No, but once upon a time, the whole double autocannon thing was the sole providence of Dark Angels.
Yeah.
See, the Dark Angel one originally was twin link las cannon missile pods.
No, autocannon. Okay. No, they got them.
Yeah, the Rifleman Dread was a Dark Angels thing.
But the
exclusively
original
at one point.
The actual Dark Angel Dreadnought, the one that when Games Workshop did them separately per chapter, the Dark Angel one had a twin link las cannon and missile launcher.
Yeah, that was just an arbitrary weapon choice that they packaged with the model.
Two changes: formation sizes and attacks.
Can walkers Overwatch?
Oh no, yeah, no,
yes, they can.
So the fact that they both got Grim Resolve.
Yeah, they've got Grim Resolve, so they're Overwatch and Blitzkrieg too. That is also a good thing.
Until you start combining them with the funky stuff.
Yep. Right, so we're ignoring wing.
Yeah, definitely.
Ignoring wing. Okay, rhinos. Rhinos are rhinos. Still very good. 35 points, can repair themselves.
Yep.
Yep. All pretty damn good.
Razorback. Rhino would go faster stripes.
Razorbacks now have become a lot more. If you haven't already read any of this book or the Space Marine book, if you're second-hand buying, Rhinos, Razorbacks and Drop Pods have now all of a sudden become a commodity and gone up in price because of the formations we're going to get to. Yep. Once we say the formations, I will highlight back why. But Razorbacks now are very highly sought after. So their second-hand price is slowly going up, which is sad, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. But since this is only a week out, jump on it now because the prices will continue to rise. So get on it now.
It will get to a point where it's what, £22.50?
Yeah.
To buy a Razorback,
and it'll probably get to about 18 quid for a
when you start looking at eBay costs being 17, 18 quid with £2 or £3 worth of postage and packing, you might as well just buy them new.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy state of affairs for a second-hand model.
Yeah.
To become the point where you think, well, actually, if I get 2 of these from Games Workshop, it's going to cost me 45 quid, and I don't pay for the postage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, agreed.
If I buy 2 or 3 of them from eBay, it's probably going to cost me more than that, and I have to get them posted, and you don't really know what you're going to get sometimes.
Yeah.
So they are born again funky.
Yeah. Drop pods, amazing. If you've got them, use them. If you haven't got them, buy some, use them. They're really good.
Best transport in the game, couldn't you?
They are the best transport in the game.
The best transport that doesn't move.
Yep, best transport in the game.
Chaos Marines everywhere have pod envy.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's just the fact that you can drop it.
To drop on assault. This transport would be extremely average, and you'd probably take Rhinos if it weren't for drop pod assault. Drop pod assault breaks it and makes it amazing. Enough said. Just done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter what weapon loadout you put on the drop pod, because you normally forget that it shoots at anything anyway.
Yeah.
So you do just flip
In
it down.
fact,
open the doors.
never take the Deathwing launcher because the turn it arrives, it's...
It can. It can shoot.
Why?
Because it counts as going at combat speed when it arrives.
No, but they getting a transport out means you can't fire.
What?
No.
What?
When you splurge your units, you can't get them out. You can't fire them.
Surely then getting out of the way of the gun shooting would make sense.
No, they can't fire the turn they land.
I mean, yes, if that is the case, then
yeah.
they are almost entirely...
Unless that's changed in 7th edition properly, but I read through 7th edition and didn't see the change. It's 15 points. Don't waste your points on it. Seriously.
That might be worth a check.
Locate.
I believe it's still the same. You have to snap shoot on the turn they arrive.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And anything snap shooting on turn they arrive, they can't fire. So it's pointless.
Drop pods on the
Locator beacon. Sorry, we're
like
very Essex then.
I like them.
I think locator beacons are probably worth the 10 points to put on. Maybe one, like the one that comes. Maybe not the one that comes in.
If you're running Deathwing, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it.
Although there's the Ravenwing formation later on that means that locator beacon is pretty much academic.
But we'll get to that. So, Assault Squad. Okay.
It's something that, as Dark Angels players, we've looked at and gone, I didn't realise we could take these.
Yeah.
Because our fast attack selection used to be Ravenwing, so I could take an Assault Quad or I could take some Ravenwing.
So what they've done is they've broke everything down. So ignore the picture. It's very deceptive. They don't come with jump packs. You have to pay for them.
Yes.
So that 70 points doesn't give you jump packs. It's 85 points if you want the jump packs.
But if you notice, the standard Tactical 70, Assault Squad 70, a Devastator Squad is 70. So you're paying the same points across the board.
And then you're just building them up.
And you're just,
they're good.
They're pretty reasonable.
You can get 2 plasma pistols in the army, so you can get 3
or
plasma.
a couple of flame. Well, you can have 2 guys can take a plasma pistol. The sergeant can take a plasma pistol.
And then the sergeant can be equipped with combat shield.
All kinds of things.
The sergeant and veteran sergeant may take right for the ranged weapons list. So I can get a combi weapon?
Probably.
Yeah.
So they can get a combi weapon.
But you want it to be assault.
Combi weapon is assault when you fire the assault part of it.
Well, it depends.
No, if it's a combi grav.
It's combi plasma, it's not assault.
Yeah. No, but you're not taking combi plasma, you're taking combi melter.
Yeah, true. I just give him melt bombs. It's an assault squad. It should be close enough to blow stuff up.
Sure, I personally would just give him a plasma pistol.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Plasma pistol and melt guns, but the problem is it's an expensive. Like, it's 15 points for a plasma pistol that's likely to kill him.
You can always go grav pistol.
Oh, and have they got the same rules as Blood Angels?
That one.
Where they can take 2 plasma pistols?
I don't believe so.
The sergeant may take items. Yeah, so you can give him a second pistol. Because it doesn't replace. So you can gunsling your sergeant still.
That's pretty good.
So they can have 2 plasma pistols?
No.
They can have plasma pistol, bolt pistol.
Sergeant may take items from the weapons and ranged weapons list, so you can buy 2 plasma pistols and gunsling them.
That's expensive though.
Yeah, but how cool is that?
If
you want fluff incarnate for a Dark Angel Assault Sergeant, give them 2 plasma pistols.
John Woo style-y.
Because that's to our resident Gus is a better rules person than I am, and Lurch. So, and this rules of gunslinger is if you've got 2 pistols, you get gunslinger.
Yep.
And it says here, your Space Marine Sergeant or Veteran Sergeant may take items, remember the S, for melee weapons or ranged weapons lists. So you buy 2 plasma pistols.
So I, on my arrival home, will be remodelling an Assault Marine Sergeant.
Thank God I've got a lot of Space Marine bits because they're getting plasma pistols. Okay, that's what we see. Plasma them up and go to town on them.
So a Tactical Sergeant can do the same thing.
Oh, good point. Let's go back.
If it says...
Quite likely, yeah.
Oh, that's really good. The Space Marine Sergeant can take items from those melee or ranged weapon lists. Same entry.
Yeah.
Alright, all sergeants can gunsling. Do it. It's really good.
But otherwise, what you'll find, the thing that we mentioned where models are going to come into this a bit, have become... You'll need them to get the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So Assault Squads, Dark Angel players wouldn't generally go in them. The obsessive ones amongst us have got 20 of them because that's what you need for a battle company.
Yes.
That's basically the only reason they exist. And the rest of the time, you open the box up and the Assault Marines are like, can we come out and play? Oh, you're just taking the bites again. Now, to get a lot of the really funky rules, you have to have an Assault Squad.
Next point, Devastator Squads. Pretty much the same thing as Assault Squads.
Grav cannons.
They're 70 points.
Basic.
Grav cannons. Yeah, if you're going to take Devastator Squad, pay for 4 grav cannons, and just... I find 7 Marines is probably the optimal number. Some people prefer 8 for the ablative wounds that you need to give your Devastator Squad if you put pumping points into them. I think 7 or 8 is probably fine. I think with grav weapons, these guys are ridiculous with Grim Resolve. You'd never charge them. You'd never ever go anywhere near them. And then the Devastator Jobs has done their job because they're going to be in ruins, being a pain in the arse to move, just killing stuff for fun.
It's a 4 grav cannons is 140 points,
and it's going to do a hell of a lot.
It is going to do, but
Well, don't forget they come with the grav amp as well, which gives them a
Yes.
reroll.
but it's a 70-point unit.
Yeah.
That you're trebling the cost of just by giving it grav cannons.
210 points.
You've got to want, and then you've got to add in a couple of ablative wounds. It's a very expensive.
It's
But
200,
they're kicking out 20 shots a
Yeah.
turn.
They are kicking out 20
and one of
shots.
them is Ballistic Skill 5.
Yes.
I
Because it would have been at the
I think if you pump 280 points into this squad, this is all relative on how points scally you're doing your battles. So 1500 points you wouldn't probably take.
No, it's too much of a
2250, I could see a unit of gravved up Devastator squads kicking in. Unfortunately for Dark Angels players, we've got to buy some bloody grav weapons because we don't own any.
Because we don't own it. Anybody would think that Games Workshop have
Know
just
what they're doing.
released a new Devastator Squad box set.
Yeah, that's probably only got one bloody grav weapon in it.
Two.
They have 2.
Oh, it has 2.
2.
Great, awesome, woo!
So it's £25
Basically,
for
guys,
2 grav cannons.
go on eBay and price up how much a grav cannon is worth second hand on a bit site and buy them.
In the same way that dedicated transports have now become more of a commodity second-hand markets, so are grav cannons.
Yeah. So certain bits parts were always a commodity and they're just getting better and better. So that's Devastator squads. Predators. Squadrons are free. Really good. If you fully armour squadron of 3 predators up, so you get your 3 predators instead of 1 or 2, they get a monster hunter and tank hunter while you've got 3 of them.
Yeah, so
When you lose one,
dies.
they lose it.
It's pretty tasty.
We'll come back to that with the formations, which we'll be doing at the end of this, but it's okay. I've never been a big fan of predators, but they're fine.
I'm a fan just because they're
We'll come back to why I'm not a fan of it in about 2 entries time when we get to something else.
the thing he is a fan of.
Predators, I find they're okay. I think, unfortunately, they do lack a little bit of oomph, but let's face
They
it.
can have 3 las cannons on it. That's
Yeah.
a lot of grunt.
Alright, fine. We'll go to the same points then. You put 3 layers cannons on it. How many points are you pumping into 1 predator?
Some.
Right, exactly. And if you do that with the Devastator squad, what's the difference?
More mobile on the predator.
What, 6 inches?
No, yeah, but it's a tank.
Right, there we go.
They don't get Monster Hunter and Tank Hunter in the Devastator Squad.
For the rule of cool, if you want to run tanks, just run them.
Yeah, of course. Right,
It's
yeah,
a tank.
I mean, I do get lost.
Tanks are cool.
Yeah, tanks are cool. I do get lost up in that a little bit. I do love my tanks. Don't get me wrong, because I'm getting to the entry which I've got a massive hard on for. So
I mean, a predator is a threat enough.
That's why he's got his legs crossed.
Yeah. And the book resting in a certain way. But the predator is enough of a threat that people. You didn't even
Don't shut that too hard.
The predator is enough of a threat that it can do some damage, and your opponent is generally going to think there's probably other stuff I can blow up over that. So the predator can just sit there pumping out las cannon shots for a laugh, and essentially get ignored. We can move on to whirlwinds. That
Whirlwinds.
we're very long.
well, suppressive bombardment's good.
Yeah, I've not read that.
They really are forcing you to take 3 of these buggers.
Pinning and Shred's not a
Yeah,
bad.
pin and shred. Are they up the points for whirlwinds?
No, I don't think so. Pretty close.
No, same.
65
Untouched.
points. So if you have 3 whirlwinds,
If you have 3 whirlwinds, the multiple missile launcher has pinning and shred special rules. So the pinning is going to work really well with the psychic powers, as we said in chapter 1, because of number 1. Because the pinning tests are going to get even harder for them.
test.
Yeah.
And Shred reroll wins.
Yeah. And then we come to my favourite vehicle, which I honestly still believe is probably the best tank in the game, and that's Vindicators. Ever since 6th edition come about and they've changed how Ordnance Weapon works, this thing has been a mainstay in all of my armies. And the gift they've given me now for being a faithful Vindicator player is a gift for free. So if I take 3 of these blighters, you get the Linebreaker Bombardment, which is the old Apocalypse formation.
It's mental. It's just mental. Apocalyptic Blast, Strength 10, AP 2, ignores cover hit. It's bonkers. Just bonkers.
Yeah.
I believe Gus is rummaging. Hopefully it's for an apocalyptic template.
Which you can't find.
Which you can't find. It's the really big one. No bigger than that.
We'll delay it. So basically we're now going to show you what happens.
Phil.
Thank you. So this is a large blast, which
you can just spit out 3 of those.
So you can spit out 3 of them, or if you're playing against Horde armies,
you nominate
use this.
one Vindicator that fires.
So let's put that against something, because that's the see-through thing. So
that's the original large blast.
As you can see, that is a massive improvement. Ignoring cover is the big deal for this. If you didn't ignore cover, you'd pump out 3 of these. Ignoring cover, you drop one of these bad boys, and they are going to feel it wherever you drop it.
Eldar jet bikes will die in droves.
Yep.
The issue
Thank you, Pop Bunny.
The second you lose a Vindicator, you lose it.
Yeah, I mean, but the defence for that is that it is a Vindicator. So it's still got front armour 13 like a Predator. And I mean, they're fine.
But the issue will be that if someone's got a drop pod full of melter wielding gonks, you've only got to pop one of the Vindicators.
Yeah.
Turn 1 and. But it's a freebie anyway.
Agreed.
You would have probably taken 3 Vindicators anyway. The fact that they're giving you a thing now that makes it useful.
Yeah.
It does mean, but this is another
I would like to state that at one point I did own 12 Vindicators. That has gone down a little bit now because...
Spam.
Learn from Spamalot.
I don't like spam!
I've only got 2 Vindicators, so this is another one of those sort of highlights where this book's going to cost me £35 for the book and another 35 quid for a Vindicator.
No, and then a Vindicator from me.
Well, possibly a Vindicator.
Land Raiders.
It's still a Land Raider.
7th edition made Land Raiders playable again. The extra bump on the vehicle damage chart made Armour 14 vehicles just good again.
Pretty solid. They've taken away the Deathwing vehicle though.
Yes, they did take away Deathwing vehicle. We were talking about it, it was expensive for the Deathwing vehicle thing.
But you've got to re-roll a pet. Something that did blow it up, given that it's quite difficult to destroy them with the...
The one thing that Dark Angel players are going to be a bit annoyed about is that they any cheese Dark Angel player that used the Banner of Devastation,
Crusader,
which means they've got 3 Crusaders sitting around now. You probably won't use them again.
Put them back in a box for a while.
You probably might still use one Land Raider Crusader, but I think the standard Land Raiders now are probably better again. Maybe the Redeemer, depending on what you're playing against. Oh look, and we're passing over this crap model again. We'll get rid of Azrael. He's rubbish.
Did we mention? Not as good as he could have been.
Okay, now we go to our formations, and this is where these formations have done something to Dark Angel players. It's so good. They're all good.
The thing is, it's made Dark Angel players happy, and on the whole, given the background fluff of Dark Angels, is we're supposed to be stoic and miserable. So this has made us happy, which has actually upset us.
Yeah.
Go figure.
So the Battle Demi Company, a Demi Company is basically half a company. You have to take a chapter master or chaplain. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to take a normal chaplain. Don't take that. Take the chapter master because he's better.
It's a company master.
Yeah, not chapter master because he's shit. You take a company master. Yeah, we'll say that again. A company master.
That's not a chapter master.
0 to 1 command squad or 0 to 1 company veteran squad. I would recommend the veteran squad, but the command squad is also just as good. 3 tactical squads. So once again, okay, good.
You can min-max that. You can have 3, 5 guys with no... A tactical unit of 5 guys in their pants is still pretty solid.
One assault squad, 1 devastator squad.
And up to a unit of dreadnoughts.
And now we've got to the special rules. So you've got Fire Discipline, which is unless jinking, all models in this formation that have the Grim Resolve special rule, that's all of them, count their ballistic skill as 3 instead of 2 for firing Overwatch. So you're now firing Overwatch on 4s. Getting even more scarier to charge these buggers in for an objective, and then they've got objectives secured.
On everything.
Yeah, a man with his special rule controls objective markers even if scoring unit within range of the objective marker, unless the enemy also has this special rule.
On a dreadnought.
Yeah, so dreadnoughts get it.
It's going to cost me some dreadnoughts. I need to get some dreadnoughts. It's pretty solid.
And
when
then,
you factor that in to the detachment, the
Which is
Lion's Blade on
Lion's
page
Blade.
95, ironically, in an 160-page book, the first page where you actually hit any rules is page 95.
so that's the Lion's Blade formation. So it's pretty hectic, but all of these, most of them are pretty useful.
The basic crux of the Lion's Blade formation is a battle demi company.
Yes.
Now, you have the option of having a full battle company, where you
Yes.
have 2 demi companies,
Yep.
which gives you the same free transport thing that we'll move on to. But basically what the vanilla buddies get,
We get.
we
as well.
now get. So if you have a battle company of Marines,
All of your transports
everything
are
that
free.
can take a dedicated transport gets it for gratis. No points. You only pay for the upgrades.
And yeah,
That's why Razorbacks
I've come more handy because a basic Razorback now for 55 points
Has
is
it?
free. That is ridiculous. I mean, giving yourselves a Rhino for free, okay, that's fine. It's 35 points. 55 points for a Razorback for free. Now you get into a territory where you're going to be laying down so much more free firepower, it's ridiculous. And Razorbacks have all of a sudden come a commodity again.
Now, my Razorbacks are actually going to cost me 60 points because I've only got the las cannon plasma combos. But
Yeah.
still, 3 of those for 60 points.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, free twin link las cannons for 60 points. I mean, you'll take that any day of the week when it's shoved on a vehicle.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just very solid.
to take to take a battle company, so min max tier, you're taking 90 points, 70 points, 70 points, so 210, 316.
It's not expensive.
500. So you could probably squeeze in 1,200 points. You can get a full battle company, basic,
In
basics, and you get all your, and then you basically turn up with 10 Razorbacks for free.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
The assault company, if it doesn't opt to have the jump packs,
Like,
can take a dedicated
I
jump pack.
honestly want to see a game where someone does this against Eldar, who is bringing the heat with all of their bent stuff, and you turn up with 10 Razorbacks for free. Because an army is good, but when they're trying to face down 10 twin-link las cannons, granted you've got to pay for las cannons, but who cares?
Plus also, they've got objectives secured.
Yes.
So you've got 10 units, plus 10 dedicated transports.
I mean, they're not shifting you from
They,
stuff.
they might not kill a lot, because you've not got a lot of points for the flicks and tricks that make them particularly killy, but you're going to chuck out a lot of dice.
Yeah.
And anything that tries to charge you, you're going to chuck out a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Roll a lot of dice, eventually you win. Now the other things that you can add into the Lion's Blade sort of formation, because you can't just have a demi company, you can then add in
All the other bits.
a Ravenwing attack squadron,
Yeah, which we'll get
Pretty
to in the
useful.
Ravenwing section.
Ravenwing support squadron, pretty useful. The Silent Squadron, pretty useful. A scout company adds up to make the demi the Lion's Blade as well. You can also have the Deathwing Redemption Force and a Hammer of Caliban. Now the Hammer of Caliban is a tanky base. It's pretty much the Codex one, but you take a Land Raider, a Tech Marine, and a squadron of either Predators, Whirlwinds, or Vindicators. If the Tech Marine sits inside the Land Raider, it's ballistic skill 5.
Yeah. And it must begin the game on that as well, anyway.
And it has to sit in it anyway. Ballistic skill 5 things, and all of the vehicles gain Monster Hunter and Tank Hunter.
And Might of the Lion, all vehicles in this formation must form a single squadron, and that is very important. The fact they become a single squadron means you've got a unit of, like, I mean,
At least 4 tanks.
yeah, you've got 4 tanks, but you've got your Land Raider at the front, absorbing loads of shots, with a Tech Marine inside it that could possibly repair it easily as well, at Ballistic Skill 5, and then, just for the sheer privilege, you've then got 3 tanks behind it, being a Vindicator Squadron, a Whirlwind Squadron, or a Predator Squadron, absolutely unleashing hell of fire on things. The squadron's good. It makes vehicles good. I'm pro. Formations are amazing.
Yeah. It's just the free gumph that you get along with it. But to have a Lion's Blade, you get your groovy ticks, but supreme fire discipline
Yes.
now means that you Overwatch full ballistic skill. Overwatching on 3s.
That's ridiculous. It's insane.
Or wonderful.
It's insane.
This is the non-Dark Angels player, sad face.
This is the non-Dark Angels, I like assaulty armies, sad face.